This is Cal Calhoun inviting you to come along with us on 30 minutes of music country style on the Carolina Barn Dance.
I had to have work when I finished 4 years of the government. And they built this new Carolina theater. They put 500 seats in there, and they couldn't get anybody to fill them. And I knew one of the stockholders. They had about 40 theaters scattered around in Tennessee and Kentucky, and they had 3 in North Carolina, Marshall, Burnsville, and Spruce Pine. So I got the job of managing the Carolina Theater.
Well, we're going to rush along here to try to get all everybody to cheer on tonight. And we'd like for you to make welcome now a young fellow that does a very wonderful job, and I'll guarantee he'll knock you loose from your seats. Let's make him welcome Mr. Frank Buchanan.
So Myron Houston was a good friend of mine, and he was a pretty good musician too. I never could get him to sing, but he could. But he played the harmonica and picked the guitar. And he knew a lot of the country music people. I said, let's just start us an amateur show, Myron, if you'll help me. And he said, I'll help you with it, but I won't go on the stage. He said, I'll play, but I won't sing. And we let the word get out that he was going to have talent night. Well, I figured maybe we might get a few extra. When time came, the theater, every seat was sold out. 500 seats at 50 cents a piece. And the first night, standing room only. And they scared us all to death. And the next week, we just changed the name of it to the Carolina Barn Dance. And that caught on. And the manager of the Liberty Broadcasting System had been to Washington on business. He was from Dallas, Texas, and the radio network was headquartered in Dallas, and they had 551 stations that they was something all the time. And he walked in and he said, I want to speak to Odie Calhoun. And I said, you better speak to him. And I'm right here. He talked to me a little bit. And this, I think we'd had about the 3rd or 4th show, maybe a little somewhere in there. And he says, a show that good. He says, I just heard the music of it. But he said, you never let it die.
Oh, that Frank Wiseman, he really gets down there and gets it, doesn't he? Davis, we'd especially like to dedicate that song that Frank just sang to Mr. and Mrs. Homer Harding from Burnsville. And Homer is in on leave from the United States Navy. We're happy to have them. For Robert Hurley, for Patricia. Gee, I wish I could read all of this writing. It looks so pretty, but I can't do it to save my life. Yeah, Jack Peterson, all from Johnson City, Tennessee. What's his name? You're right here on the front row? Jack, here they are. Anyway, we're happy to have them. They're all right here on the front row.
If there was a lull in it, you told a story. Yeah, and I said, that's just what they were, stories. Some of them. Well, he said you had to think on your feet. He says, we'll give you 1 hour free on 551 stations. And we will run a Class A line into the theater here. and you feed that show straight to Dallas, Texas on a telephone line, and we'll tape it down there, and we'll put some commercials in down there, and we'll play it back on Saturday night, the next night. And we worked out the timing schedule and everything. And we were on the network, well, from 1947 to 1953. Then we never missed a Saturday night. They played it back on Saturday night on the network. And let me tell you something. That theater never went broke. We just didn't have enough seats. I don't know if you ever heard of Chet Atkins or not, but he was there. And look where he went. And this Patsy Cline that was killed, Chet Atkins went to work for RCA. They were opening a new studio in Nashville, and he went over to manage that. And I heard Patsy Cline was visiting somebody in Boone that went to school, and they came over to the barn dance. And Patsy, she could sing, I knew that. And she had the voice, I knew that. But there's something there that didn't click. And I called Chick. He said, send her over here. And look where she went. And from that, I had Bill Monroe, Eddie Arnold, and Sonny James. He worked for me, I believe. He and his father, he picked the manager. His mother played the guitar, and his sister played the accordion. And they were a show of their own, and they worked for me for 2 or 3 years, I guess. And I booked them out on the road during the week, and they'd come back in and do the barn dance on Friday night. And there's all kinds of talent in these mountains. Good talent.
Well, we'd play Cackling Hen, Bucking Mule, and going down the road and feeling bad, and Cumberland Gap, and John Henry, and Ray Trina's playing over there, and I don't know, all kind of hymns. We'd play hymns, and we played about anything they'd asked for, we could play it. Sat on his papa knee. He picked up the hammer and a little piece of steel. This be the death of me. This be the death of me. John Henry, he said to his shaker, shaker, you better pray, for if I miss this 9-foot stick, tomorrow be a bird. On that mountain, down on the other side, the mountain so tall, John Henry so small. Lay down that hammer and he cried, lay down that hammer and he cried. John Henry, he had a little woman, her name was Polly Ann. John Henry got sick and had to go to bed. Polly rolled
let any dirty jokes come on that program. And if they had whiskey on them, alcohol on their breath, they never got in the stage door. Martin Houston took care of that. And if you don't think Martin Houston can take care of that, you should see him in action when he smells whiskey on it. He don't like it. I always went out on the stage and introduced the next act. And this young lady was going to sing How Great Thou Art. And so help me goodness, I forgot the title. And there she was in 10 seconds to get out of that mess. And I said, what is it, Moonshine Song? And I told her that's what she's going to sing, and damned if she didn't sing it. And the band played it just like it was programmed in there. But I came back out on the stage and told the audience the mistake that I made, and that I wanted them to hear her sing her song that she wanted to sing, How Great Thou Art. She brought the house down. And it was a credit to any city, anywhere, but they built it in a spruce pine. So somebody had a little more sense than I thought.
This is Cal Calhoun speaking for the entire gang, saying so long, bye-bye, and God bless you.